himself is not upright. It's not upright in him.
His soul, which is lifted up, ain't upright in him. Look at his soul. His soul that's lifted up ain't upright in him.
That ain't right.
They ain't right, man. That's why everywhere they go, a desert forms. Right? Everywhere they go, destruction manifests.
Listen to that music.
They keep, yeah, man. It's chaos, man.
It's chaos, man.
You know? It's just anti-rhythm, anti-life, oh my God.
It's a big, large 7-Eleven bathroom.
Yeah.
And you just gotta walk around in it, man.
Yeah.
This is really, the more you grow in the spirit, the more you look at America and Edomites with like, these people really are satanic, man. This is really Satan in the flesh, man. That big red neck, you know, that big blonde hair. You look at them, you're like, these people are really devils, man.
They don't want you to be at peace, man. You can be at the park by yourself running, and the Edomites gonna fuck with you. Yeah, keep going. You see you stop running. Oh, you're tired? You get me tired now? Like, nigga, leave me the fuck alone. I'm just trying to run, man. Damn. Shit.
Yeah, you get tired of Edomites.
They always got something to say.
You get tired of Edomites, bro. You got, man, like the music, real quick, H212 talk about don't hate the white man. That's the wrong spirit right there, man. You gotta hate the white man, bro. I mean, it's the only thing we can do at this point.
He is totally against your life.
That's right, brother.
And what it means to live. He got you in a perpetual rat race, and you stuck. Don't go to work.
Bro.
Don't go to work. Go into the middle of an empty field and build a house. Make it hard. They're gonna come take you and tax you, bro. Just go try to live on your own. Be by yourself, man. I ain't gonna let you do it, man.
They did that to a former soldier of the military here recently.
Oh yeah.
He knew how to pull up the energy panels, build a house. Him and his wife and his dog. It's unsafe. The U.S. Department of Health came visit him like about 3 times, trying to close off the area. It's unsafe. Says who? Yeah. But this man went on the front lines for you, though.
Yeah.
Hey, this brother Taj did a sit down about how they was outlawing this couple for basically raising their kids up as a vegan. That's being unsafe. So if I'm feeding McDonald's every day and Burger King, that's cool? Come on, man. This dude is anti-life, bro.
Evil is good and good is evil.
Rhinoceros to be a vegan, but it might. That's crazy. Go ahead. Even the beast eat better than that.
Gorillas eat better than
That second chapter, I'm going more.
Yeah, it says, but the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5, it says,
Just is going to live by faith. And that's what we out here teaching, man. All this carnality that you feed, man, don't worry about it. Go ahead, Al.
Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth that hope, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
And he enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. Okay? Keep reading.
It cannot be satisfied.
He can't be satisfied. He want it all, man. He want it all, every aspect, every end of the globe. He wants total control. That's why he's formulated an idea in the world that is the U.S. versus Russia and his allies. He's formulating that there's terrorists coming after your liberty. There's terrorists coming after your freedom. All right? Because he's as death, man. Meanwhile, he's walking straight both sides. He runs the East and the West. He runs America, the EU, NATO, and he runs China, Iran, Russia, and all the powers that be with them. Okay? They all are owned by central banks except for Iran. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, it cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
So he gathereth all nations, and he heapeth unto himself all people. That's why in the beginning of that 5th verse, it says that he transgressed by wine. Because once he has encapsulated your government or your country, just like Haiti, for example. Haiti is the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. for the slave revolt and them getting liberty from the French independence. Soon after that, the U.S. and its allies put trade embargoes and sanctions on Haiti for establishing their independence, forcing them out of the global economic market. Didn't take no time for Haiti to become extremely poor. As a result, Haiti had to take out a loan from the International Monetary Fund and World Bank.
Yeah.
In conjunction with that loan, there was a stipulation. They said you have to follow our economic developmental plan.
Yeah. It's impossible to pay back.
In that plan, they cut down all the trees for lumber and to make coal. They completely destroyed the agricultural markets, and they gave all the natural resource markets to foreign investors.
Yeah.
All right. So
They
now
set up businesses and hire their own people.
that's right, man. So now Haiti is just a damn cesspool. There's no rich soil. Anytime a storm comes, all the topsoil just slushes off because they pulled up all the trees, man. So now in the media, they'll flip it and say, man, look at Haiti. They can't even govern themselves. Look at them niggas. When the whole time it was caused by the U.S. and its allies cutting them off to be rich. They did the same thing. They're doing the same thing over there in Jamaica, and they followed it on to the rest of the world. So they've taken on all these nations. Now all these nations have loans that they owe to the International Monetary Fund that they can't pay back. All right? They can't pay back. And if you don't come underneath their loan, example number 2, the war in Kosovo. The war in Kosovo was between the Serbs and the people there in Kosovo. They said that the Serbians was terrorists. But they didn't tell you why. The Serbians said, we don't want nothing to do with the International Monetary Fund and the loans that y'all trying to give. Get out of here. This is back in 1992. So what they did was, they paid a proxy army to go in there and start problems, man. And they demonized the Serbian army, saying that, oh, they're killing people, they're gassing them. We gotta go in and strike. They're doing the same thing in Syria. Same thing. Telling you that the Assad regime is the terrorist. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund been trying to get in there so they can have a pipeline running through Saudi Arabia all the way up through the Middle East and Northern Africa into Europe. All right? It's just a game, man. Go ahead.
Hey, also like those Somali, they call them pirates.
Yeah.
That's their navy.
Yeah, that's their
Esau's
navy.
going over there dumping toxic waste in
Dumping
there.
nuclear waste. Now,
then-
there's
go ahead.
stipulations in the UN to where you can dump nuclear waste. I believe you have to dump it in what's considered cold waters. Either it's warm water or cold water. But it's more expensive to take them out to those waters, all right? Now, since technically, because of the war in Ethiopia, between Ethiopia and Eritrea, which really was done by the British and so-called white man, once again, all right? They don't recognize the Eritrean and the Ethiopian Navy, so they call them in the media pirates.
Yep.
The pirates are just going in their waters, kicking out the UN vessels that are dumping nuclear waste, killing all of their fish and food. They protecting themselves, man.
That's right, brother.
But the propaganda machine of the so-called white man is gonna tell you that they wrong. Okay?
That's right.
Y'all brother scoot up a little bit.
That's right.
Defending yourself is terrible.
Yep.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and 10. And they shall scoff at the kings, and the princes shall be a scorn unto them. They shall deride every stronghold, for they shall heap dust and take it.
Yeah, man, heap dust, and what's that dust represent? Confusion. And that's all they do. They start speaking propaganda in the media. Right now, what's the propaganda? Terrorists. The Syrian nation is out of control. Look at all the refugees that are fleeing this place. Meanwhile, they're funding ISIS on the back end through the state of Israel. They're supplying them weapons and armament from Saudi Arabia. All right? They're pushing out propaganda all over the nation. You got the Assad regime that's just trying to protect his sovereign ability. Meanwhile, you got Jordan, the Israelis, the United States, Britain, France, Germany, all committing all types of war crimes in the nation. Okay? What are they saying in the media? It's killing them with this gas, killing them with that. All right?
Barbarism.
Now, the ceasefire, so-called ceasefire agreement, which the U.S. had always breached. They announced we're going, well, you know, they're bombing humanitarian aid trucks, taking down bridges that we need. These humanitarian aid trucks are going to Syrian rebels that are destroying the people. Of course they gonna stop them dudes, man. It's a war. But that's how they gonna justify bombing Syria and taking you into World War III. And we applaud it, because that ain't gonna do nothing but usher in the kingdom of heaven. That's right. He's in Habakkuk. I want to Habakkuk the second chapter. I'm still there. You still there? All right. You got more to cover? Habakkuk the second chapter.
I'm gonna jump back to Habakkuk 2:6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his."
So all the nations are starting to rise up and say, man, woe to him that increases that which is not his. They're realizing that all the fraudulent diplomacy, all the fraudulent, you know, contracts that they've signed has led their nation into nothing but poverty and death, man.
That's right.
All right, so the nations are rising up. They're beating their plowshares into swords, and they're pruning hooks into spears, like the scripture says.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, how long? Into him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
How long? Into him that ladeth himself with thick clay. When you look up that word thick clay in the Hebrew scrolls, the word is ahrayahla, which means debt. And he used the fractional reserve banking system, these central banks, to lay thick clay all over the planet Earth. All these nations are heaped in insurmountable amounts of debt that's owed to who? That's owed to these Rothschild families. No, the federal government owes the bank. It's called the Federal Reserve, but it's a private bank. Okay? So America borrows its money from the Central Reserve Bank and then distributes it into the government institutions. That money is owed. If every single American took every credit that they had or debit that they had in their bank account and returned it to the central bank and said, we don't want your debt no more, you still will owe the interest. So all these nations are perpetually screwed. All right? So the big thing you got going on right now is Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is the biggest bank over there in Germany, and you got something called future derivatives, where they make these contracts with these illegitimate countries saying that they're gonna pay this in this amount of time, and they don't even have the money on the books to pay such ridiculous amounts. And so what's happening is it's clearly evident that the books is cooked. So it's causing their stock values and their future values to plummet drastically. So people are bailing out. Okay? Now Deutsche Bank has got so many asset loans spread out throughout Europe. If they went down, Lehman Brothers is a toddler compared to Deutsche Bank. Back in 2008, when Lehman Brothers went down and it caused the financial collapse back then, put it like this. Lehman Brothers is maybe an eighth of the size of Deutsche Bank. So if you couple that with the fact that, man, there's so many things that's happening right now, I could go for days.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man, financially that's going on, because at the same time on October 1st, you had China be added into the International Monetary Fund SDRs, called the Special Drawing Rights. Now, the Special Drawing Rights is a basket of world currencies, of what's considered world currencies. Currently, the US dollar, it's the Japanese yen, it's the British pound, and it's the euro. Now they added on October 1st the Chinese yuan. So now these nations don't have to trade necessarily in dollars to get oil-based products. They can turn in their dollars, trade it in for SDR, and then trade amongst these nations and get commodities they want. All right? Now, what happens when those dollars return to America? Inflation. Hyperinflation. All right? Because the dollar is powerful because everybody wants it. Everybody got their hands on it. That gives the dollar value. When people trade in those dollars and they say, no, we ain't gonna deal with that no more, that decreases the value and causes inflation. So that's what you're gonna see over the course of the next months, maybe years, you're gonna steadily see the dollar value decrease. Go ahead, Al.
Then you got deflation too.
Right, deflation is already happening. That's right. What's happening right now is what you got is global deflation in these markets. All right, which is rapid deflation, man. All right. So China is the Walmart of the world, right? So you go to Walmart, you get a soap, you get baby doll, you get baby powder, you get whatever you need. Now, over the last 8 years, because of the last global downturn, China has not seen any growth, meaning they're not selling their products. Meaning the people that they buy from to make these products are suffering on the back end. That's called deflation. So what do? They decrease their currency up against the dollar, up against higher competitive currencies. Meaning your dollar can buy more of my stuff because I reduce the value of my currency. That's deflation. I'm trying to get you to buy more lumber. So I was like, hey Jack, I got 2 tons of lumber for you, for $250 metric, whatever. You ain't buying. You reduce the price. Take it down. $175. See if you can buy more. That's what you're seeing happening, man. But on the back end, because it was caused purposely, the International Monetary Fund, it's like, don't worry about it. This is the market. When everything falls, it's gonna be good. So the international bankers that run the dollar and the yuan are planning for chaos. So out of the chaos, you come into their new world order market of beast system. That's when they're gonna digitize everything. They're gonna make you get a chip. They're gonna do it